Let me ask, what's on your radar? I mean, I'd love, obviously, this is a conversation that's continuing, and I appreciate your generosity in speaking to us. I know everybody wants some of your time. I do think, both in terms of the rhetoric that you're seeing, in the media, but also those wider geopolitical consequences at this point. What is on your radar, Fleur, that you would put on ours?
Well, like I said at the beginning, Hamas is the representation of something that threatens the whole of the free world. We're the first stop on the tour. Iran has very expansionist ambitions. They say it. They say they want a caliphate in the entire planet. It's not, so I read something very smart that somebody said once, I can't remember who it was. When people keep telling you they want to kill you, you should actually believe them. And so I think that there's in America, in the Western world, there's this kind of like, first of all, it's far, right? So you don't think it's ever going to come to you, but it did come to you. It
Yeah.
came right to the heart of you. And that hasn't gone away. And this is the same thing. It's another iteration of the what you had, the tragedy you had in 9/11. Ironically, I was at the 9/11 memorial. We have the largest 9/11 memorial with all the names outside of America here in Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting there with your ambassador at the 9/11 memorial. When was it? Less than a month ago. A month ago. Exactly a month ago. And so this is the same thing. And it came to you, and it came in that terrible way. But if Iran manages to, and this is why Saudi want a pact with the United
Yeah.
States. They're
Yeah.
right. We need protection because ultimately this is going to come to you. So this region is kind of the stopping these crazy radicals. This is a civilizational war. People are constantly asking me, well, what about the innocent citizens of Gaza? And I really, as a mother, I've got 4 children. No, I speak for all the mothers in this country. There's not one mother who would celebrate the death of a Palestinian child the way that the other side does. But put that aside for a second. I'm sure that when the Allies fought the Second World War and the British carpet bombed Dresden, that essentially turned the war around, I'm sure there were a lot of innocent Germans who also died.
Interesting. The
I don't,
battle. Go ahead.
what I'm saying is that it might sound hyperbolic, but this, to me anyway, is definitely a civilizational clash. And we all know what side you and I are on. And we all know what side Iran and Syria and Qatar to an extent, and Hamas and Hezbollah and Boko Haram and ISIS and the extremists in Afghanistan and what they're doing there. We all know what side they're on. And so this is bigger than us. And so you have to bear with us until we actually get the job done and not start pressurizing Israel to stop and leave the job halfway, because it's going to come back.
I know it's hard to predict. You've said in the past it will be a long conflict. Are you feeling any differently about that now from a week ago? A week ago, probably 6 days ago after the attack. It does appear from here that Israel is making significant inroads into Gaza. I don't know if that means success, frankly.
I don't even know what success looks like at this point, to be honest. No winners
Yeah.
here. But we need to uproot the terrorist infrastructure.
Yeah.
We need to uproot the terrorist infrastructure.